Hello, and welcome to this full moon in Leo circle tonight. I'm Safrianna Luna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and I'm so excited to be bringing this in a not a new format, but to a new audience. So, in case this is your first time catching one of these circles, I've been doing them now for approximately a year and a half in a small, intimate, private setting online with just a few participants. And I really realized, like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm meant to be consistently doing. This is something that's so nourishing to me, and that I continue to get incredible feedback on it touching people. And my word for 2024 is expand. This so goes with the Leo energy that we're in tonight. Uh, this expansion of bringing this to more people and it being completely accessible so that this spiritual ceremony and intention to drop in is accessible to anyone who wants it. You know, there are communities that do moon ritual and do circle that are absolutely beautiful, and that, mine was pay to participate for the last year and a half, and that is great. And it allows a much more intimate setting where we can really go deep with one another, and we can have conversations after the circles, and I can draw cards for every single person because it's so small. But then I didn't have the resources necessarily to bring other rituals to my communities. And so it was this aha moment because I'm starting to go deeper with people in retreat setting instead of the small, intimate digital ritual. So now I have an opportunity to nurture those clients who want to work with me in retreat ritual settings, which is super exciting. But now I get to have these actual moon circle nights be completely freed up where I just get to show up and be in the energy with you live. And I don't do the individual card pulls, and we're not doing the check-ins. And so it's this releasing of this energy, right? Because that was like my client work and my sacred one-on-one small group opportunities. And now those have expanded, which is meaning that I get to expand my free and complimentary offerings. So that's really what I'm excited about here. It's a new way for all of us to meet spiritually and check in together. I really feel like these circles, having done them now for like a year and a half, are so important in tuning in consistently every single month. I mean, it's two intentional drop in points every month that without, when I think back in my life to before I was running Moon Circle, it was this dissociative, like losing my touch points and struggling to remember week to week what was happening because life was just chaos. And then I found rhythm and I found flow with Grandmother Moon, and it really impacted me in just such a tremendous way. And so I want as many people as want to benefit from that to be able to benefit from that. So this is something that you can pretty consistently rely on, uh, is that I'm going to be here at least for the next little while. I will update you on this when it changes. But for now, I'm being called to completely offer these to the Living Luna Facebook group, which is our self love group, and to our YouTube subscribers and Discord community. So everyone who is in those communities will have access to this. So if you have friends that you think can benefit from something like this, invite them in because we'll be doing circle for a while. So please let me know if you are here live or in the replay and what brought you here. And we're going to get into some ritual tonight. So if this is your first time in one of these circles, again, they follow the same structure every single time. We're going to do some energy clearing. Then we're going to set some intentions. And then we're going to drop into some meditation, visualization, and you are free to journal during that time and not meditate in a traditional way. You're allowed to do art or dance. Um, My participants do lots of things. I've seen beautiful artwork made during these. I have seen poems written. It's really whatever comes through for you. And then that will basically wrap up the circle. I'll leave you with some reflection questions or just a thought to sit with. And otherwise, I just let whatever wants to come through come through. So go ahead and grab what you will need for this. All you need is a pen and a journal or a piece of paper. And then if you have anything in your house that you like to use for energy clearing, I will be smoke cleansing on behalf of the collective here because we are on the fire planet and I love it. And you might want crystal buddies if you have them. My Lemurian seed crystal has been calling to me today. So just whatever you need. If you want a sketchbook or pens or colored pencils to create, you are more than welcome to grab that. So just find yourself situated. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my tea now that we've oriented, and we'll settle in for some ritual. Welcome. So let's talk about these last few weeks since the new moon. So just going to flip open my moon journal here. I've been enjoying using this 13 moon journal that I got from, I believe, Moon Dance Studios. Moon Phase Studios, excuse me. So it's a great tool to just kind of touch base. So Thursday, January 11th, 111, good gravy, was that a portal? That brought in this start to us looking at our outward facing work, how we need to show up in the world, the energy that we need to bring through, the energy that we need to muster to face the year ahead. And then the 111 portal sort of devolved into, well, I don't want to say devolved. It spiraled down into a lot of shadow work for a majority of the healers I know, the creatives I know, the leaders I know. Many of us began to transmit and transmute a lot of information about self-worth and triggers galore, our magic that has been snuffed out, our moving fast at the wrong times, our lack of rhythm. So many things came through that I was seeing get worked on over the course of these past few weeks since the 11th. Uh, Lots of voice activation and truth pouring forward, tons of conversations about divine masculine and feminine and how we are, that is on the outs, and we're starting to actually look at authentic energy. There is so much exciting energy coming forward, and our teams are here to work with us at this time. They are so excited to work with us right now. Archangel Michael, in particular, has been coming through very powerfully for the collective right now, as well as Kali Ma. Both of those presences, those entities, are here to help us move into breakthrough energy. And how exciting to land on the full moon in Leo that we're at right here with all of this that has just transpired, because it's really been setting us up to claim the voice. So now we are at the full moon and this energy is at a peak. We now get to move this energy, integrate what we have taken in, and begin to release what's no longer serving. So we'll go ahead and move into our energy clearing. And if you have had some shadow shit that's been coming up over the last few weeks, like, feel free to share, just like a yes, or if you were having headaches, there were a lot of headaches, a lot of stomach problems that were coming through, crown tingling for people. If you resonate with any of that, please feel free to give me a little thumbs up. So as we move into the energy clearing, we're just going to begin to move back into the breath, sharing all these exciting energy details It's a lot of, ooh, wow, look at these synchronicities and the divine timing and the way these patterns of nature work. And it's cool. It's exciting. And now we're just going to drop back into our breath body as we prepare to release, as we reflect back on these past few weeks. We prepare to release all the stuff that is no longer serving us. There have been some lessons that have come over the last few weeks that have been very necessary and caused some internal friction, some tension, some shaking as we've moved into a higher level, as we've begun to really climb into this next layer of human consciousness, of collective growth. So we've been learning, we've been transmuting, we've been taking in and figuring out what we want to keep and what we want to let go of. We've been learning plenty of lessons about what belongs to us and what does not belong to us. So, as you recognize things that do not belong to you, I invite you to release them through the breath. As I clear on behalf of the collective, you're welcome to clear in your own space however you want, through your own smoke cleansing, through using your voice, through using the exhale. We release anything that holds us back from stepping into our full confidence. We are releasing blockages that say we are not allowed to self-express. We are releasing all of our collective blockages around creativity and limits around expression. We are releasing any shackles that hold us back from fully stepping into our passions. We release any blockages holding us back from stepping into the leader that we are. We release any blockages that hold us from embracing our courage in times of fear. And we release anything that blocks us from showing up generously in the world, being free to give of ourselves. We release the blockages that limit us from overflowing. We release anything that holds us back from expressing the truth of our voice, the power of our roar. We release anything that no longer serves the collective. I'm just going to invite you, if it feels good for you to do so, to just shake the limbs a little bit here and let go of any of that extra energy that's in the body. I have crystals in my bra, so that's fun, right? Make this fun, make it joyous as much as you can because we're releasing here. And we're going to do a lion's breath because it's the Leo full moon and we're all about releasing here. The lion's breath, it's real vulnerable and it can feel very silly, but it's a great way to purge and expel energy. So what you do is you roll your eyes up and you take in a big deep breath through the nose. And then when you exhale through the mouth with the tongue out, like so like a lion roaring. So we're going to do 3 of these. And you don't have to do it if it's not for you, but we're just going to expel these bits on behalf of us and the collective. So breathe it in. The eyes are going to be rolled up. right, just pause and feel that. Feel the swirl of energy. All right, we're going to do our second. Breathe it in. They're so goofy. All right, and one more. So just take it from there, dropping in. And just a nice gentle exhale here, feeling yourself drop into the root. And from this space, I'd like for you to think of a Leo intention, but also a Leo celebration. So at the full moon, I really like to celebrate recent accomplishments or, just having gotten through the last bit of the phase. Because when we look back, sometimes we realize how much energy has been moved. So, what can you celebrate about yourself that you want to really plant as an intention? Like, I will hold how incredibly resilient I am, or I will recognize the determination I've shown over the last 2 weeks. Just take a moment to really think about or feel into or intuit, whatever's right for you. Just take a moment to receive something you're really proud of yourself for over the last like 2.5 weeks. What are you really proud of yourself for? And breathe that in. Allow that to begin to integrate here, to wash down over your shoulders and through your body, to nourish you. And here, from this place, what intention can you set of what piece of this learning or growth you want to take with you? What can you set into your body and integrate? So, for example, I showed up and got these videos done, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so the intention from that lesson learned might look like I will remember in the future that when I allow myself to sit down and do the things I need to do, I get them done. Just something simple that you want to take with you and really install from this full moon in Leo. And please feel free to share intentions in the chat. Um, I really love to hear what people are working on so that I can remember and potentially shout you out in the future. And I do know on Facebook that you have to kind of sync your chat for me to be able to see your name. And sometimes it's not a super user-friendly experience. So you can always sign your comment with your first name after it or first and last initials so that I kind of know who you are if you want me to shout you out. But yeah, just go and take a moment here. This is where your pen and journal come in handy to set an intention for what you're taking with you as we move into the post full moon phase, where the moon is beginning to wane and we're slowing down again and we're integrating and taking in the lessons we've learned from the growth phase. So I'm assuming I know who this comment is from, but I'm celebrating showing up for myself in play and creativity, as well as applying that to different spaces like therapy, admin, and co-working. Yes. So wonderful celebration, right? Holding celebrations for ourselves is so underrepresented in current modern society. We're meant to uplift ourselves. We're meant to cheer ourselves on and to cheer each other on, right? The lack of cheering ourselves on often ends up making it difficult for us to cheer others on. And it's this perpetual cycle. So when we step into, and this is this Leo energy here, right? Confidence and showing up and shining. When we start to celebrate ourselves and we hold this celebratory vibration, we start to give other people permission to do the same. And that is so transformative for us to hold a vibration, to hold a way of being, and to inspire others that they could love themselves more too, that they could celebrate themselves more. It's the ripple effect, right? And we have this beautiful impact that can continue to carry on outward when we're willing to step in. So, intentions around gaining confidence, believing in ourselves, uh, our leadership ability, our creativity, our self expression, our confidence, all of this is associated with that Leo energy. So at this time, I'm going to channel a meditation. I never plan these in advance. I just kind of go with whatever the energy dictates in the moment. So I just like to give a few heads up in case it's your first time here. So again, you have full autonomy. You do not have to receive this as a seated meditation. You don't have to keep your eyes closed, none of that, but you might want to. Or you might feel called to move, dance, draw, write. Anything you want to do to experience this is correct for you. So go with it because I am here for the joy of you self expressing as yourself. So that's number one. Number two is I'm going to be checked out while I'm doing this, so I will not be monitoring the chat, but you are welcome to comment and I'll look when I come back up and out. And three is that there is a chance I may speak light language or glossolalia. Light language is a utterance of sounds, syllables, lost languages. Who knows that to me represent the energy of something that is meant to clear, activate, or integrate something into us. And you can just receive the sounds and syllables as they come through. If they happen, they don't always happen because I literally just go with what I am called to in the moment. So I just like to say that in advance in case this is your first time, because I remember the first time I heard light language, it was very surprising. All right. So taking a moment here to land in your body however you want to be. Again, receiving this however you want to receive it, moving through yourself whatever you need to move. And just beginning to consciously drop into your heart space, accessing from within you the chakra or portal of your heart. You might see this space as a green energetic orb or vortex. You might just see it as a light. However, you receive this, just a sense of being in your heart, perhaps hearing the sound of your heart. Just consciously allowing yourself to access a space of unconditional love. If you can call up unconditional love for yourself, wonderful, go with that. If that feels challenging, calling up unconditional love for a beloved pet or loved one or nature. And just allowing this feeling of unconditional love to expand in you as you receive this moment. And just breathing here. From within your heart space, a Leo portal opens up. However, you can tell it's a Leo portal, you know that through this is the incredibly powerfully potent energy of lion. You can literally feel from this portal just the eminence of lion essence, the pride of the pack, confidence, leadership, structure. You can feel the movement, the strength. When you feel called, you may move through this portal to see what lion energy wants to reveal to you. As you move through and access this portal energy, receiving it however you receive it, sights, sounds, senses, imaginings, words in your mind. I invite you to notice, is there an environment? How does lion energy present? Is your lion avatar within this space a lion humanoid, an angel, or a feline lion? Just getting curious about the nature of how lion is showing up for you. You might sense lion in many forms. This energy is the energy that you get to tap into to move into more confidence, to be able to use your voice and expand your reach with your roar. You get to speak up on behalf of what you believe in. You get to stand proud in all that you are, all that you have accomplished. And you also get to rest. You get to relax the way lions collapse on the plains. You get to be full of ease. You get to receive the support of your community around you when you need to rest. You get to walk with your pack, your aligned pack. Work together. You get to have your companions that you move towards your goals with. And you also get to stand as a proud and majestic creature on your own. Just receiving whatever lion energy wants to bring forward for you from within the space. Taking in the energy that is here. And beginning to activating your own lion energy, your own lion heart, your own lion roar, beginning to activate in every cell of your being, your own inner lion, allowing it to inform you, move you, expand you, bring you to new horizons and possibilities, allowing this lion energy to be integrated and installed in your being so that you can tap into shape shifting if needed, into lion to get messages, to tune into where you want to stalk off to next, where you want to explore, where you want to play, where you want to rest. You get to activate all of these energies within you now, activating leadership, confidence, self expression, creativity, passion, all of this and more. Activating, integrating into every cell of your being this lion energy ready to build up and uplift you into new levels of confidence, into new levels of creativity, into new levels of who you came here to be, who you came here to shine as. You came here to shine. Every single one of you, children here on the fire planet, here and now, have come here to shine as the bright fire that you are. And Leo and Lion is here to show you how to shine. So accept this. If you accept this, you may take this into you now. You may hold it to your heart space. You may integrate it. You may receive it. All you must do is say, yes, yes, I consent to taking in this energy and making it my own. Yes, this will be mine. Yes, I am this. Yes, I am all of this and more. Just breathing here and just looking or sensing if there's any other energy that Lion wants to share. Feeling your heartbeat, your lion heart. Basking in the full moon's energy overhead. Allowing the moon to help you install and integrate the rest of these energies as you receive them. And then beginning to come back to the heart space, allowing that Leo portal to be gently exited and then shrunk down, tucked away, knowing that this portal is here for you to access anytime you want. Breathing into your heart space, finding gratitude here in this moment for showing up for yourself, choosing to access these energies. You might choose to take a moment to bring hands to heart center, pressing palms together, keeping the eyes closed if they're still closed, or just softening your gaze for a moment if you've been doing something else, just to feel into this present moment, this present awareness, tuning back into that unconditional loving feeling, allowing it to expand. And then in your own time and way, as you're ready, if the eyes are closed, they can open. And either way, just taking a moment to take in your space, to come back, integrate into the body. Getting in those 360 degrees of awareness. Whew, that was a lot of Leo energy. Oh, I saw literally every form I think lion can exist in. That was a time. Um, so I'd love to hear what came through for you. If you are willing to share in the comments, again, whether you're live or in the replay, I'd love to hear. And just know, even if you're catching this in the replay, I hold the space for everyone who receives this. That's part of my natural number 9 gifts, is that I can hold all timelines and hold people that I know will be here. So you are held and seen. So I'm just asking from the divine masters, any divine masters that want to come forward to work with us here as we come back into integrating these energies and move forward with our collective work. 2 cards got stuck together. Let me check them here. All right, they both want to be out. We have Rumi and we have the Lemurians. This is fun. I could say a whole lot on the Lemurians, but Rumi is here to help us attune into our mystical knowing, especially around this lion energy. How can lion bring us into deeper levels of knowingness in ourselves? And part of the intention with this activation is that now you can access this lion energy whenever you want to moving forward. So, how can that expand you into mystical knowing and really help you have a personal experience with God? Oftentimes, lion is. Uh, Seen as a masculine energy, probably because of its association with the sun. And so let us reclaim both sides of lion, the lion and the lioness, and their duality and their roles and the beauty of the interplay and how that plays out in life and within ourselves. That needed to come through for some reason. Checking the comments real quick. So a chimera with a lion's mane, not just one thing, but parts of a whole. Very cool. Yeah, my lion was humanoid and then angelic and then completely feline and then energy, and it was all over. It was constantly morphing, so I'm glad I'm not alone in that. A wise looking blonde lion walking around what looks like Scotland. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Lush green rock and rocks, basking in bright moonlight. I want to go there. Can I go there? All right, the other card that came out for us, and these are collective cards, things that all of us can keep in mind. So with the mystical knowing, I really, from the beginning when I was talking about the collective work that's coming through, we are stepping into a higher level of activation. So there's a lot there that's coming through. Uh, the Lemurians are this message particular with the Lemurians is about activating our psychic awareness and sensitivities and stepping back into trusting our intuition. So how can you really move into deeper awareness with your intuition? And right there it was, the breath. That is the biggest thing that you can do to get back in touch with your intuition, your psychic sensitivity, your clairs, is to get back into your breath. That's the message. Breathe. Breathe and be with yourself. That's what we all need to do. And I think that lion's roar and that big need for the expansion in the chest, if you're going to roar, right, the big breath energy, I think is the most important thing we need to hear collectively right now, because we've lost such touch with our breath as a society and a world at this point. There are cultures that are still very much in touch with this, and yogic anatomy talks about the pranic bodies, and pranayama is a practice for a reason. It's literally our life force. So we need to get back in touch with our life force. And Leo really reminds us of this vibrant life force energy. So I think all of this just makes a lot of sense with all of the divine timing going on here. So let me know what you thought of those cards. If they resonate with you, I would love to hear. And happy full moon in Leo. May you receive all of this energy and go gently over the next weeks as we go into the waning moon and the moon gets dark again. You know, that is the time to go into rest and to really integrate these things, the lessons we've learned, the accomplishments we've made, all of that between the new moon and now. So, be gentle with yourself. And my reflection question for you is going to be really, really simple. How do you bring more lion energy into your life? And what does lion energy mean to you at this time in your life? So, whatever stuck out to you tonight, that's your lion energy. That's what you want to attune to. So, how can you move forward with this and really allow it to nourish you as Grandmother Moon does, and all of our beautiful symbolic energies? So let me know if this was of service to you. I can't wait to join you again. Let me actually tell you when that is. We will be back for the new moon, pretty much same time and same place, on probably Friday the 9th. but possibly Monday. I'll get back to you on that. I like to make the moon circles as accessible to people as they can, and yeah, I mean Friday's pretty accessible, but the replay's there. So probably Friday, because we will have our snow moon in Aquarius. Exciting. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Please feel free to leave comments. Let me know what resonated for you, and I can't wait